Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Life has been a whirlwind lately. Just the other day, I was in the kitchen, the scent of fresh croissants in the air, getting ready to prep some beef and cheese empanadas. We even put a splash of grape wine in the dough for that extra kick. The light was hitting just right, like something out of an 80s music video, that perfect 4 p.m. glow after a morning rain. The restaurant's been buzzing, orders flying in, and everyone suddenly wants soup. It's wild, but our loyal customers know we'll always deliver. Our spot is a gold mine right across from the port. Fresh seafood comes in daily, and we're always packed with locals and tourists. We really hit the jackpot with this location. It feels like we're set for years. Sometimes, when I'm kneading dough, my mind wanders. I dream about a future where my coworkers and I can just create for the sake of creating, not for profit. A world where our work is about its use, its ability to help people grow. It shouldn't matter who you are, what you believe, or where you come from. We all deserve to work for our living, not just to make someone else rich. It's a simple dream, really.
But for now, it's time for a short break from the restaurant life.
I need to explore other passions, invest some time in new skills. And first, on my list, carpentry.
I've always been amazed watching my uncle work.
He can build anything. A chair, a table, even a whole house. He once told me, it's just like building with Legos, but you use nails to hold it all together. So, with a bunch of tools and materials I'd gathered, I decided to take on my first project. A baby crib for a coworker who just had their first child. A little gift from me. I went with a swan design, all elegant in white and silvery white. The most important thing was making it sturdy. I spent ages reinforcing the corners, checking and rechecking before I even thought about adding the base. Then came the side railings and smoothing everything down. I was obsessed with getting rid of any little splinter, making it perfectly smooth for a baby. Painting it was the final touch, and I just prayed the varnish smell wouldn't be too strong. The whole process took me 3 days. I was so paranoid about the corners, constantly worrying if they were secure enough. Finally, it was done. A few days later, a van pulled up to my house. It was my coworker and her husband. We carefully lifted the crib into their van. The paint was mostly dry, but a few spots were still a bit tacky. As we loaded it in, I spotted a monkey costume in the back of their van. It instantly took me back to my childhood, how much I loved seeing costumed characters. And just like that, a new idea sparked. It felt like passing the torch, a way to share those good vibes with a new generation of kids. That monkey costume got me thinking, I could do that. I even have a Sailor Moon costume from my college days sitting in my wardrobe. I figured I could do kids' parties. Maybe for little girls who've never had the party they dreamed of. I called up a few friends. Danny Kabiru, Fred Jen, Dave Rolin. But when I pitched the idea, they told me Disney princesses were more in demand than anime characters. So, my Sailor Moon costume went back onto her waxy mannequin, Achu. We ended up getting a gig as party mascots. I was cast as Aurora, Danica as Snow White, Wilfred as Peter Pan, and Jen as Mulan. The pay a whopping $26.
I mean, that's barely enough for a few packs of sliced ham.
But hey, a gig's a gig. The day of the party arrived, and the chaos started before it even officially began. First off, they were playing Destiny's Child's Bills. Bills at a kid's birthday party. Seriously, my job was to help the kids find where to put the presents for the birthday girl. Of course. I snagged a few chocolate bars from the table when no one was looking. Don't judge. Then, Burger King arrived with the food, and I saw a man approach me. He asked if I could get him some food from the back. I had to politely tell him, Sir, my role is to assist the children. Lunch will be served to everyone later. He did not take it well. He went on a huge rant and ended up getting kicked out of the party. I felt a little bad, but I had a job to do. And that job was entertaining kids. As the party really got going, things spiraled. The kids were running around like crazy. Then, a fight broke out between two boys over a tube of Pringles. I was about to step in, but then I saw a homeless man outside the fence, yelling at them, "Give him a headbutt!" I quickly got between the boys, pushed them apart, and tried to get them to make up. Boys fighting over chips. Honestly, they didn't exactly hug it out, but at least they stayed away from each other. Next thing I know, the girls started screaming. A deer had wandered into the backyard. It panicked, knocking over decorations and nearly kicking the clown in the face. The birthday girl's dad and his friends managed to lure it away with some berries. What a mess! 39 minutes in, and the disasters kept coming. A little girl threw her doll, and it landed right in a hot pan in the kitchen. The doll's hair and head melted into a plastic mess. The chef grabbed a fire extinguisher, which put out the small fire, but also sprayed all over the food.
The dad was furious, yelling, "One more mishap, and I'm canceling this whole party."
I could see my $26 shrinking by the minute. To save the day, they announced a special performance by the birthday girl. I was expecting a piano recital or a ballet dance, rich people stuff. But what happened next was truly special. Her father, who I'd barely seen interact with her all day, came out wearing a beast costume. They danced together, just like in the movie. In that one moment, all the chaos, the deer, the burnt doll, the Pringles fight, it all just melted away. It was a beautiful father-daughter moment that reminded everyone what the day was really about. The rest of the party went smoothly. Thank goodness. In the end, we got paid, but only 90% of what was promised. Still, we took the money and went out for drinks. We celebrated surviving the most chaotic kids' party in history. It was one of those days that was so stressful and bizarre, all you can do is laugh about it later. And that's what we did. It's a wild life. But these are the stories we'll be telling for years. What do you think happens next? Leave your comments below for part 2. Thanks for listening to my crazy week, guys. If you enjoyed the story, make sure to like and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.